recently bought a Cricut machine, and I've been experimenting with different mediums as far as paper, vinyl, whether I want to do card making, or I haven't gotten into t-shirts yet. That's my main thing for it. I definitely want to get into making graphic tees. But before I graduate to that, I've been playing around with mostly paper so far. And I wanted to make a card, and I also wanted to experiment with different parts of it, whereas embossing and cutting and stamping and all of that. So I've been looking for an embosser that will also do die cuts, because I saw this thing and I just thought it was really cute. Basically what you would do is you would stamp this on your paper with a clear stamp, and then you would cut this out around it. And I don't have a picture of something to look like, obviously, because I haven't figured out how to do it. But I haven't found a machine in order to do this. And I'm not paying $180 for a die cut with those big shot things, when I just paid almost $250 for a Cricut machine. So I bought this about 3 years ago, back when I was still doing mostly sewing. I've got a few dies for it, but mostly it's been sitting in my closet since maybe a few months after I bought it. Haven't used it since. Now, I've been researching hacks and what I could do and to use in place of a die cut machine. And one of the things I saw was for the Physics Texture Boutique. I bought that, but after researching it, I saw that you can't cut dies with it. And like I said before, I wanted to be able to do this thing. So after looking around on the internet, this I think came up in an ad somewhere, because of course looking for a die cut machine. This is pretty much a die cut machine, just for fabric and not paper. I thought, well, I've already spent money. I don't remember how much this was when I bought it. I've already spent money on essentially what a physics machine would do and a Cuttlebug. Why don't I try and figure out a way to make this work for me? So after a couple of days of playing around, as you can see, maybe can you see that here? I don't know. As you can see, this one came out really good. I finally figured out, this one's not so deep. This is when I was first experimenting with all the shims. I have finally figured out a way to make it work for me. Now, I would not, if you use this to cut your fabric, I don't know if it would be a good idea to use this to cut your, do your embossing. And I also know that when I was trying to figure out how to work with this, after a while this kind of bent, because this machine here, if you've ever gotten a texture boutique or anything like that, this part here is actually wider, so it won't curl up. And you'll see when I demonstrate in a while how this is going to curl up a little bit. And since this here is metal, eventually after a while it will start to bend. I think so long as you press it down when it goes through here, it won't matter, but for storage purposes it can probably get annoying. I still haven't figured out how to make this work for me. Maybe I'll hold on to it, maybe not. I don't know. At this point I have lost interest in it, but it can come back, knowing me. What I did, well, all you really need to do, you need some shims, something to apply some pressure, so that when you put your paper through here, it presses it down, because that's how that works. So don't judge me. I got these at the dollar store. This was originally, as you can kind of see, was 3 books. The 3 didn't fit together properly. I don't know if you can see that there. The 3 didn't fit together in there along with this here. So what I did was, it's kind of glued together now. You can't really see it, but these first 2 books are together just fine. And I just used some craft bond to keep it from slipping when I put it through the machine. And I also sprayed some on this side and let it dry. And then on this side here, as which is why it's still stuck together, also, and let it dry so that it doesn't slip as much. I thought about, reason I cut this apart was because the binding was getting in the way and it wasn't going through the machine. So I ripped the book apart and cut the binding off, and it actually runs through just fine. As you can see, it's bent. This is what I was talking about as far as the metal die cut. After a while, it'll bend. See, you can see that. It'll bend your die cut, and you don't want that. But for just embossing and the plastic here, so far so good. It should be just fine. So once you have, this is whatever you can come up with. This is just what I used. Once you have your shims, so to speak, and you can find a thickness that works for you, all you have to do, if you have the Go Baby, I have these 6x12 inch, I'm not even sure what this is called actually. Wherever this is, I have these 6x12, and if I can't get a close up here. Let me see. Oops. Got it. There. Let's see. Kinda. You can kinda see that. I'm not editing this, by the way, so if this is extra long, you can kind of skip through it. Do what you need to do for you. Okay. First thing, you're gonna start off with what I found works best, because sometimes when I was going through, the books and whatnot would catch on this little thing here, and it wouldn't go through. So actually, this is kind of handy, even though you won't really need something this long. Even though this is obviously much longer, but you'll see. So start out here and put it through a little bit. And of course, this paper is small. I just used a scrap piece after going through everything. Oh no, I did cut this to size, so it should fit. And you put it in here, whatever size you need. This is a A2 size, so it's 4.5 by 5.5 inches. Okay, I'm gonna go through one time so you can see it from this angle, and then I'll turn it around and do it the other way. So I'll place this, or actually maybe I can zoom out some so you can see the whole process. Can you go any higher than that? Okay, I'll do it this way first, and then I can turn around and I'll do it the other way so you can see what I'm doing. I think I put this in here. It was just thick enough. It made a better emboss. I think the first time I'll do it without it so you can see the difference. But this is just the cardboard that it came with, and the emboss thing came with. So don't judge my struggle. It may take a second to get through here. It might go through properly on the first go. We'll see what happens. Oh, nope. It went through just fine on the first go. See, but see how it's bending up? So I'm gonna just pull that out. And you stick that. And after you open it, it's lightly, I don't know if you can kind of see, it's lightly embossed. It's not as embossed as I would like for it to be, but if you don't want the high pressure on it, or if it's a slight emboss is good for you, then that works. I'm going to do the same pattern, but I'm going to add that extra shim, and then I'm going to turn it around so that you can see what I'm doing. Or I'm going to move the camera so that you can see what I'm doing. Add this one in here. Alright. Okay, if you can see, the lighting isn't as good there. There we go. I guess that's good. Both a little bit closer. There. If you want, what you can also do is use this to kind of, there's a handle here. I'll pull this up. Handle right there. I'm kind of, you'll see when you use that to grip to push it through. Because when you add that extra shim, it makes it a little bit harder. But it works. As you've seen, it works. Okay, and I'm going to bring this back around so I can get that better lighting. And now you can see, if I can show you the difference. See, this is the first one, and it's there, but not quite as strong as I would personally like. And then the second one is clear. There's no denying that emboss. Let's try and get it right next to each other. Hopefully you can see that. There you go. This is good for when you are cutting. You can make this the actual outside of the card, or you can cut a little sheet like this, and then when you place it on your Cricut mat, you can cut out a shape, so your shape will be embossed. That is how I rigged my Go Baby to be an embosser. Hopefully I'll be able to come back with a video and show you how I rigged my Go Baby to cut dies. We'll see. But for now, that's it. Hopefully this helps somebody. I'm sure I'm not the only crafter in this world who has a machine that they haven't really used but just can't get rid of. Let me know in the comments if this helped you, or if any tricks that I could use in order to get this thing to work for me. I appreciate it. Thanks.